Greetings and welcome to you for to our welcome to you for our daily Devo today on this Thursday, the 30th of November, and after today we put another month in the rearview mirror and we face into the very busy month of December for a number of reasons. One of which being at church, we hype up the program a bit with cantata on Sunday, with Christmas Eve service, candlelight service on also a Sunday the 24th. So and lots of churches do all kinds of things in this month, and makes it even busier than just our regular shopping, eating, planning stuff that goes on, and maybe even traveling. Anyway, enough of that. Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead is the title of today's devotion. I am the resurrection and the life, Jesus says. The one who believes in me will live even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die. I think we already know the story that's coming, right? Did I tell you the passage for today, John 11, 1 through 57? My bad. It's been a busy day for me. The always unwelcome visitor paid a visit to the household of Lazarus. When Jesus arrived, his first words to Martha were filled with the compassionate and comforting language that any of us would offer a family who had lost a loved one. But Jesus could say and do more. Jesus then said to Martha, I am the resurrection and the life. Death always seemed to win in the end, but not this time. Jesus' thundering declaration asserted that he had power over death that no mortal had ever demonstrated. Jesus asked Martha if she believed it. Her reply, she affirmed that she believed in him, in essence saying, I will know I have met the Messiah when I meet the man who raises the dead. There is the insight that helps us appreciate the Jerusalem responses. When Jesus summoned Lazarus from his cold stone tomb, his actions asserted that he was the Messiah. The timing of the miracle is also emphasized and critical to the responses produced in Jerusalem. Jesus raised Lazarus 4 days after his death. To appreciate that detail, consider that Jesus had raised the dead before, but always on the same day as death. Jairus' daughter and the widow's son at Nain. This was different. The 4th day is important because of a folk belief that circulated in first century Judaism. It assumed that the life force of a person remained near the body for 3 days. On the 4th day, all hope of restoration expired. Jesus raised Lazarus on the very day it was no longer expected. Then there is location. John emphasizes that this took place in Bethany, adding that the village was about 1.75 miles from Jerusalem. This miracle is also different than the 2 other resurrection miracles that took place in Galilee, far from Jerusalem. By putting this miracle at Jerusalem's doorstep, Jesus guaranteed that those living in the holy city would hear it, and could investigate its authenticity by making the short walk to Bethany. Assemble all the parts, and you will appreciate the response of Jerusalem to the story. Many who saw what he did believed that Jesus was the Messiah, was the Savior from sin. This became the moment that the believing community in Jerusalem swelled in size. Others saw it differently. For members of the Jewish Sanhedrin, this was the last straw. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him. And obviously said in a way that meant we cannot have that for sure. That's verse 48 of our passage. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him. They were right, and yet put themselves on the wrong side of history. So from that day on, they plotted to take his life. Again, our passage, this time verse 53. Mary and her sister will both say those same words to Jesus when he arrives. But there's a lack of belief, really. By now he stinks. They tell Jesus, it's the fourth day. There's no hope. Even our old customs, our old beliefs, our made-up beliefs say there's no hope. There was hope yesterday, but you waited too long. And they blame him. If you had been here, our brother would not have died. I see in the sisters, especially my brain just went on vacation. There's a saying the right words, and there's believing, and there's a lack of that here. Yes, I believe you are, but you didn't show it. You didn't come through for me. And I find that we can all be like that at times. We say we believe in who God is. We say we believe that he loves us. We say that we believe he'll never leave us or forsake us. We say all kinds of glorious, wonderful things about what we believe. But when push comes to shove, we don't always live those truths. We don't live what we believe. Now, Jesus comes through in the end. He proves to the sisters he has the power still. He is the resurrection and the life. He proves the power that he has over death by raising this man who's been dead for 4 days. And when in short order he will be marching into Jerusalem, and Lazarus with him, in the procession with him, many people will come out for that. They want to see this guy because they've got all kinds of friends saying what they've seen and what they know, and they want to see it too, which is the irony of it. Jesus is there. It shouldn't be about us. It shouldn't be about who God is in our lives. It shouldn't be about what he's done in our lives. It should always be about him. We don't want to give a testimony to others that put all the focus on us. Jesus always has to be the hero in our story. All glory and honor goes to him. And so it's really an incredible event. And the fact that Lazarus is walking around and eating and all those kinds of things, again, with his friends and family, it is a big deal. But the big deal isn't the big deal. The one who did the big deal is the big deal. All glory and honor to the Lord for who he is, what he has done, what he continues to do for us in our lives, and the blessings he pours out on us every day. Have a blessed day today on this Thursday.